Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Coach Pabon coming at you. I just want to cover a quick topic. I coach swimming. I coach wrestling. Right at the beginning of our wrestling season, and one of the things I want to cover is high school is easy, right? And I know some of you looking at this right now might be thinking, oh, you crazy just saying that. You're a teacher. You're a coach. So you're supposed to say that. No, look, it really is. It's real simple. Okay, as I check through my athletes' grades and things like that, and as those grades get a little too low for my comfort, athletes are required to have a 2.0 GPA just to be eligible to participate. I hold my athletes to a little bit of a higher expectation. If I have an athlete that's at a 2.49 GPA or below, they're automatically on probation with the team, and that's the bottom line. Okay, high school is easy. Okay, there are three types of grades that I see way too many students, whether they're athletes or not, three types of grades that students just are missing the ball, right? They're just missing an opportunity, okay? So in our school, we have something that's called bell work, a bell ringer, right? It's work that's done right at the beginning of class, couple of minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that, depending on the subject area, the content, depending on the question, or the activity. Maybe it might bleed a little longer than 10 minutes, but most of the time it's 5 to 10 minute work, right? Any bell work, any bell ringer, any kind of activity that's done right at the beginning of class, that should be maximum credit, right? Every student should get maximum credit on any kind of activity like that. I go through the grade book and I'm checking on students. I teach AVID also, so sometimes I'm checking on students' grades and I'm having those conversations with them, right? I look through the grade book, and a lot of times they're like, oh, I did bad on a test, oh, I did bad on a quiz, and I look and sure, maybe there's a quiz that they didn't do so hot on, maybe they got a 50 or 60 on a quiz, a 50 or 60 on a chapter test, okay, and yeah, that's not a great grade, okay, you can do better, but when I'm looking through, that's not the grade that's tanking their overall grade. A lot of times they're taking zeros on bell work, on a bell ringer activity, the activity at the beginning of the class. That should be max credit. That's easy work, right? Most of the time, all you have to do is do it on time, right? And that's the key right there, right? The key is doing the work on time, not late. You do it late, then, most teachers are going to take off points, or maybe they won't even accept it if it's late, okay? You need to stop making excuses. I always tell my athletes, I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear solutions. Okay, be about solutions. Max credit on bell work, bell ring activity. The next two things, I'm going to just lump them in there, is classwork and homework. I go through the grade book and I see way too many zeros for classwork. Classwork, just do the work. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Do it. There's no excuse, none. If you're sick, you're not feeling well, maybe you should go to the doctor. Bring in a doctor's note. This way you have some time to make up the work, okay? But if you're in school, you made the choice to ride a bus, to get in a car, somebody's dropping you off, to walk to school, whichever way you get to school, and you made that choice to walk through the doors, the building, well, then you made the decision to fully participate in every class on your schedule, okay? Classwork should be another max credit activity in the grade book. I see way too many students taking zeros for classwork. That's just ridiculous. That don't make any kind of sense whatsoever. And then homework. Just do it. No excuses. Solutions. Do it. Oh, I didn't understand when I got home. Look, I understand that. I do. Okay, there's plenty of times you might be in a class that the content's a little harder. Maybe it's a math class, a science class, maybe a specific topic in English. Whatever the case may be. I get it. Sometimes when the teacher's teaching it, you got an awesome teacher, you got a great teacher. It makes sense when you're in class. You get home, and all of a sudden, you're working on a different problem, not the same one that was from class, and then something in your mind, you're missing something. You forget. At least attempt to do the homework. Show all of your work up to the point where you're getting stuck. And we got this wonderful thing called Google. And even if you don't use Google, you use Bing or any other search engine, whatever it is, it doesn't matter the search engine. Use it. Use that computer that you have in your pocket, in your hand, that you spend so much time on, right? Use it for something productive. And don't just look for an answer. Look for how to solve those homework problems. Look for a video that explains the how. So this way you can understand it. And at least, like I said, with homework, go through the steps, write it down. So this way the teacher can see that you made an attempt and you made some effort. Okay, and they can see maybe where you made a mistake. If you don't do it at all and you just say, "Oh, I didn't understand," well, the teacher don't have anything to help you with. All right, write it down, do the best you can up to the point where you get stuck. Maybe write some words on the side that what were you thinking at the time, right? Like talking through the problem, and then this way the teacher has something to help you with. They can see where you got stuck. They can say, "Oh, you missed this step here." Or you did this part a little bit wrong. This is how you do it. And they can explain it. And because you actually made an attempt, you'll actually understand the explanation a lot better than if you just didn't do anything at all. All right, so just real quick to recap, 3 things. High school's easy. You need to take advantage of easy grades. Easy grades, bell ringers, bell work, whatever your school closes, that activity that's happening at the beginning of class. Maximum credit. Do the work, do it on time. That's the first thing. Maximum credit. Classwork. Second thing, classwork. Get it done on time. Maximize those points. The third thing is homework. Do it. That should almost be maximum credit. Okay? You should be real close. You should be 90s or better on homework. Okay? The only way it shouldn't be 100 is if you go ahead and get a wrong answer, okay. But at least you do it, you get some partial credit. All right? But taking zeros on bell ringer, on classwork, on homework is ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense at all. All right? If you maximize the points available on those 3 things, bell ringers, classwork, homework, even if you ding a test, you get a 50 here, 60 there, it's not going to crash your grade. And then guess what? Here's a little secret. When you do your bell work on your own, you do it yourself on time. You do your classwork yourself on time. You do your homework yourself on time. You won't be dinging so many tests. You will get better grades. It's funny how that kind of works out that way. All right. So high school is easy. You just have to put a little effort into it. Okay. Oh, one last thing before I go. I see way too many students taking zeros in the PE kind of classes, the physical education classes. Doesn't matter what the class is. It might be a volleyball class, a weightlifting class, a health and physical education class, a team sports class. Doesn't matter. I see way too many students taking zeros because they refuse to dress out. Are you kidding me? How hard is it? Dress out. People failing PE classes because they're being stubborn and don't want to dress out. Man, that's just ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense at all. All right, so I don't want to go any longer. 3 things: bell work, classwork, homework, and dress out for your PE classes. This is Coach Pabon out.